Hey, I'm Carl with Apt, and we've got the Onkyo TX-8160 stereo receiver here for you today. We're going to do a quick overview for you, show you the inputs, tell you about some of the different features it has, so you can learn a little bit more about this product. So it's a stereo receiver. It's really designed to work with a pair of speakers. It's going to be 80 watts per channel at 8 ohms driving the speakers. So it works really well with small speakers and mid-range speakers. If you get the big tower speakers, it'll work, but you may want to consider something a little bit more powerful for those. Otherwise, it does a great job with the small and the mid-range speakers. It's got a bunch of buttons here on the front here. That's going to allow you to control just about everything on the receiver. So you have your volume knob, obviously. You have an input button to select from your different inputs. You have a tuning button up here on the top, and then you have your balance, your bass, your treble, so you can control all the different functionality of the receiver right here from the front. And then you have these 4 little buttons off to the side here that are going to be quick presets. So if you have a favorite radio station, you can program that into those, or if you have a favorite internet radio station, you can program that in there as well, and it'll just give you fast access to get to those points without having to go through all of the different presets before you get to the one that you want to choose. So a lot of great features built into the front of it to help you control. There's also a dimmer switch here so you can control the brightness of the display. If you feel like it's too bright for the room, you can always turn it down, or if it's in a really bright room, you can turn it up so that it's easier to read. So those are really easy to use. On the back, you have all of the inputs. So this particular model has a bunch to utilize and to choose from. So on the back here, you have 2 different digital coaxial inputs. You have 2 different optical audio inputs, and then you have some for a phonograph, which is important. A lot of people are using phonograph players now, so that's a really important one to have. So you have that along with the ground for the phonograph. You have one for a CD player. You have one for a tape player. You have one for a video game system, and there's one for a PC. You have one for a cable satellite box and also a Blu-ray or DVD player, as well as a line out. And then you also have a subwoofer pre-out as well as a Zone 2 pre-out on the back of this one. So plenty of stuff to choose from. Definitely can hook up a bunch of different things to this system here, and they're going to sound great. So overall, it's a nice receiver, nice stereo receiver. You also have Bluetooth built in along with Wi-Fi. So you have these 2 little antennas that you can put up here on the back, as well as a hardwire connection for your Ethernet in your home. So it'll give you a nice fast connection if you have it hardwired into your system and give you access to all of your great music. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for the outside of the receiver. It has an AK4452 DAC built in, so any kind of music you're putting into it is going to come out sounding really good. It just does a really nice job doing that digital to analog conversion for you. So we already talked about all the controls on the front of the receiver, so that's great. You can definitely control just about everything you want to on that with the controls on the front, but there are also 2 other ways you can do that. You have an application that you can download to one of your smart devices, or a remote control that comes with the receiver. So several different ways that you can control everything inside of here, and they all work really well and give you access to controlling everything, so you can set up the sound the way it sounds best to you. So that's the Onkyo TX-8160. Make sure you click on the link in the description below to learn everything about this one. We appreciate you watching these videos as always. If you have questions or comments, please leave them below. If you own one of these, if you're thinking about getting one, we'd love to hear from you. And always remember to like and subscribe on YouTube.